favorite things to do to save money, especially trying to do like the no low buy challenge, is to use coupons and shop sales, especially at places you don't really think about shopping sales. Like for example, this was on sale at CVS for $1.99. I like the cereal, so it was actually already on my shopping list for the grocery store to pick up some kind of cereal. So I picked this up at CVS, and then I also picked up this. It was on sale for I think $6.99, and then CVS sent me a coupon for like $4 off my total purchase. So all in all, for both of these things, I paid a grand total after tax of like $5.10, which I don't think is very bad at all. So I'm about to make a like air freshener to go in my trash can, and I wanted to like just put this out there. I picked up these like the scent booster beads. I don't use these actually in the laundry. I just picked them up specifically to make like air fresheners. So like these, and you know, if you don't know what they are, try to do this one-handed and I'm failing miserably. Anyway, they're little scent beads that you can put in your wash to make it smell better. But I put them in like tea bags, and then I'll throw them into like laundry bins or shoe bins or anything that I store stuff in, or like lawn or trash cans, stuff like that, just to kind of help mitigate the smell. And my coworker told me she'd never heard of such a thing. And she was like, I don't even know how you come up with some of this stuff. So I'm wondering, is it odd? Is it, you know, is this an original idea? Surely not. I mean, surely this is not something that no one has ever done before, right? And just to show you like the finished product, see, that's the scent beads. And yeah, so I dump some in like a tea bag, and I'll tie it up, and I just throw it in the bottom of my trash can, and it just helps keep the smell down. And that's it. It's simple, effective, and yeah. Remember how I said that I was gonna like do more regular updates and all that good stuff? Yeah, that just didn't happen. This week kind of just fell apart on me. However, I'm here now, and I'm gonna do a really quick update. I did absolutely crush the reading thing again, which I'll talk about in a minute. As far as every other goal that I set for myself, didn't really do very well on any of those. Didn't go to the gym at all, which it was just an off week. It's fine. We're gonna start hard and heavy back on that next week. Ultimately, like Monday, Tuesday just was not feeling great, so just didn't go, and that's okay. I'm not gonna stress over it. We're just gonna get right back on it and start next week with everything. Did fairly well as far as like the no spending until Wednesday-ish. Wednesday I went to the library after work as a way to kick off the long weekend, and then stopped and got takeout from a local Mexican place. So I did spend some money there, and then Thursday went out to pick up a couple last minute gifts for my friend's birthday, and sent all her stuff to her. So I did spend a little bit of money because I bought myself a couple things too, but you know, didn't go overboard, so feeling pretty good about that. And then Friday I ended up just like picking up stuff to take to a cookout and groceries, and that's all I spent yesterday. Today is Saturday, and I'm making myself stay home and not go out anywhere and spend money. So we're just chilling at home. I'm gonna do some housework, like cleaning and different things. Gonna try to like get caught up on all the things that I need to do around here. today and just keep myself at home so I don't go spend money. Because I am determined. I'm ready to like retackle this whole thing in July. Especially because I have a trip coming up in August. And then also one later in October. So I'm trying very hard to like keep myself to my budgets and not go insane. So let's talk books instead. Because again, I absolutely crushed the reading thing. I finished Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. That's probably one of the best books that I have read in the past probably 6 months or so. It was a very interesting storyline, a very unique story, and it was great because I feel like I don't get a lot of different voices in my life, if that makes sense. Just being in like a rural area, I feel like it's a little harder to get voices from other cultures and other areas and other experiences. So that one was a really great kind of window into what life is like for someone else. If that makes any sense at all, which I hope it does. But it was a really great story. I loved it. I love the ending. The ending was a little bittersweet, but absolutely loved it. It made sense. I thought I had the book figured out because there's like a little twist where about 3/4 of the way in, you're like, oh, what is happening here? And I thought I had it figured out. Did not see like the big kind of reveal coming, but I do highly recommend the book. Really loved it. What else did I finish reading? I kept getting like nasty grams from the library saying, oh hey, your books are due, your book is overdue. So I had to kind of do the walk of shame when I went in like on Wednesday. I was like, yeah, it says this one's overdue, so I want to make sure it gets checked in so that I can get more, which is a little odd, but I mean, I guess it happens. But anyway, so finished that one. And also on Wednesday, I picked up Sunrise on the Reaping, which I did not expect to see on the bookshelf at all. I've had it on my like to be read list for a while now because I love the Hunger Games, the OG trilogy, and so I wanted to read this one, especially with it being about Haymitch. This was such a good book, like such a good book. I started it on Wednesday and finished it yesterday, so I finished it very quickly. I just could not put it down. It was very, very dark. I mean, the OG Hunger Games is very dark. I know that. This one just seemed so much more brutal and so much more intense. I liked this one a whole lot more than I liked A Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. It was good. It just wasn't as good. I didn't really get as into it as I did with this one. So this one was just amazing. I highly, highly recommend that one if you are a fan of the Hunger Games at all. Other than that, I'm still working on the 3rd volume of Jujutsu Kaisen. I actually read quite a bit in that one yesterday, trying to finish that one up, because now, according to Libby, there are like 2 people waiting on it the last time I checked. So yeah, I need to finish that one. And then I also started Tell No One, which is by Harlan Coben. Harlan Coben is an author that was recommended to me by a friend, and if you like mysteries and kind of thrillers, he is great at those. He's amazing at writing those. So if you like that kind of thing, highly recommend Harlan Coben. This one started off a little differently than I expected, but I'm excited to read more of that one. As far as other things I picked up, I did pick up quite a few manga. I picked up the next of the Orin High School Host Club, the next My Hero that I'm working through, My Hero Academia, and then I did pick up the next volume of Demon Slayer. I also got another by Blake Crouch, because, oh, that's another one I finished. I read Recursion by Blake Crouch, which also one of the best books that I've read in the recent months. It was such a good story. It has to do a lot with like multiverse, multiple timelines. So if you are a huge, or if you like science fiction and, things like that, 100% recommend reading Blake Crouch. I've read Dark Matter, which was good. It got a little confusing toward the end. It also kind of has to do with like the multiverse type thing. Recursion was so much better. So between the two, I would recommend Recursion over Dark Matter, but both were good. Anyway, I picked up another Blake Crouch. I also got Murder by Cheesecake, which is a Golden Girls mystery. That's one that just kind of popped up on a list randomly, and I thought, hey, I like the Golden Girls. This seems like a good one to try. So haven't started that one yet, but it is in the to be read pile. I'm going to try very hard to make some progress on other books that I have as well, because I feel like I keep getting stuff from the library and reading everything from the library and not reading what I have. So I'm going to try to force myself to get back into the ones that I have started or that I own that I need to get through, so that I can decide, do I want to keep them? Do I want to trade them in or sell them or donate them? What am I going to do with them? So as far as next week, hopefully the plan is to make it a very low spend week and to just spend time around the house, read the books that I have to read, and do some other things. That reminds me as well, speaking of other things, I am sitting here, I'm trying to work my way through my yarn pile of doom that is on the couch beside me perpetually. So I had started, this is going to be a hat. So it will eventually go like this, and when you wear it, it makes little kitty ears. They're adorable. So I found this one I had started, and so I'm trying to work on finishing that today. That's also on my to be done list. I am working on a plastic bag holder. I'm not sure I'm gonna have enough yarn to finish it, but we're gonna keep going and see what happens. So that has also been added to like my to-do list for the day. And I'm also gonna try to finish up this little market bag. I am so close to being done. This is the border for the top, or just the top part. So pretty much it just needs that and a strap, and I'm going to finish that one up. I have the dishcloth that I showed in a previous video that I'm still working on, but I'm trying to get rid of the yarn pile of doom on my couch and make some progress in that, just so that, I don't feel like such a slob having yarn and stuff everywhere. That being said, I'm going to get back to cleaning, doing the stuff that needs to be done around the house, and we'll see what happens in the next week. I'm going to try to also be better about filming some actual content, because I was so slack last week, or this week, I should say, so slack. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's been the week. So not very exciting, not very thrilling, but that's just where it is. So yeah, great little update, right? So boring, so nothing really happening. But that's been the week. All right, so that's it. Let's get back to being a productive adult being, right? Right.